Thank you, Mickey. Thank you very, very much. Hermanas y hermanos, buenas noches to our mayors, to our elected leaders, to our appointed officials tonight, to the great leaders of our Latino organizations who represent us so well here at the nation's capital and in your different chapters throughout our nation. Thank you for being here. I'm a San Antonio girl, a Tejana, pero con abuelitas de Mexico. And a great appreciation of the power of local government. Although I spent almost 25 years in the state legislature, my colleagues in the state legislature will recognize that the true laboratories of government and programs are at the local level. And we have been blessed with leadership in San Antonio of a legacy of mayors like Henry Cisneros, Julian Castro, and now Ron Nirenberg. We have been truly blessed. So let me tell you a little bit about mi amigo, Ron. Okay, he's not Latino. In fact, he's Asian Pacific Islander, and I don't know, Mickey, if we've ever given an award to Asian Pacific Islander, but same corazón, same heart. Original his grandparents, immigrants from Eastern Europe, but found himself in San Antonio at odd, maybe a combination. Did you know he was an aficionado of jazz music, of classical music, and helped our radio stations there? Was an entrepreneur. Went to school at Pennsylvania and met the love of his life, a very strong Latina, Erica Prosper, the daughter of farm workers, and the mother of their precious son, Jonah. So that's the family guy, el papá, el esposo. But let me tell you about my mayor. First elected in 2013 to the San Antonio City Council, overwhelmingly, and then elected mayor in 2017. He's the leader that's the quiet one. He's the one, Jackie, that would look at those spreadsheets. He's the one that would take in all sides and convene and greet you with a smile and a strong handshake. And believe me, it's very strong. Do you know this guy was a weightlifter and a bodybuilder? Don't tangle with him. But he's also one that has compassion. Mayor Athena already mentioned the first city to adopt an equity budget. That means that every line item that we have in San Antonio goes through to try to overcome that systemic socioeconomic inequity and barriers that children in certain zip codes are just born into. The first city to do that. To improve our public health. To help our seniors. And I believe that today's mayors and the mayors who have served in the last 2 years have faced challenges of no other time. Of civil unrest. Of marches. Of even riots against our police departments. Of a pandemic. Of the economic recession that followed. And San Antonio was proud to have a mayor that held on with a steady hand. After George Floyd's murder, we experienced those marches and those riots every day. And instead of casting aside, my mayor marched with the protesters. My mayor took a knee and was with the Black Lives Matter. My mayor went and knelt at the steps of a police headquarters. And in fact, he was widely quoted as saying, when chastised about it, "This is my expletive, city too." And began that process of looking internally at our city and our policies. When the pandemic hit, he was faced with state leadership that didn't listen all the way to our scientists and to our health officials. And along with, I know, Mayor Turner had to impose those things and challenge them in court just to keep its residents safe, and stood strong with other local leaders to pass measures to keep our city safe and its residents safe, and to build back from that recession. Because San Antonio, as you know, is the city that is Military City USA. We have a vibrant financial community, we have the cyber security, but we also are a great hospitality town. Mi casa es su casa, and our service industry was hit. Our mayor, knowing the challenges, did rent relief programs above and beyond the federal government, beyond the state government, and implemented a class rent relief program that helped thousands and thousands of San Antonians. Went beyond what was available federally and statewide to help our small businesses with access to capital and loans. Went above and beyond to create a major workforce program and pass it through the voters with a 77% rate that invests in future workforce so they can uplift their skills, knowing that some of the jobs aren't coming back. SA, ready to work. Mayor Ron Nirenberg is that rare leader that has the ability to look ahead and to gather people and to get the votes to get it done. But he's also got a heart of gold. Many of you remember those images of Del Rio this past summer when the Haitian immigrants gathered on city-owned land to come into the United States. I was there for 2 weeks under that bridge, and at one point we had 20,000 Haitian immigrants. The first call that Mayor Bruno Lozano made was to Mayor Ron Nirenberg and said, "I need help." And without hesitation, Ron Nirenberg sent San Antonio fire and casualty and mass casualty units and was the only medical on site for the first week to help those Haitian innocents. I'm going to tell you that we not have one casualty. In fact, San Antonio EMT and firefighters event, we welcome 10 births. No fatalities, no injuries, 10 births. Thank you, Mayor Ron. That was help, and that's what U.S. Conference of Mayors is. It's help, mayor to mayor, a phone call to phone call. I need this, can you help me this? That's what Mayor Nirenberg did.